AA Shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Shah by Hashem Kakodash, the bonds apostles, and the elders Mustone for giving us this and truth, and blessed be to elect. When there is no food, what will you do? When there is no food, what will you do? You see, because you already know, man, Jake, he finna crash out, man. When there's no more food, in the refrigerator, no more food, in the plate, no more food in the table, Jake gonna crash out, man. Especially, if you got children to feed, you're gonna be doing all kinds of shit, man. Crashing out, looting, taking people's shit, cause these are times they're coming into, man. A great famine is approaching. Cause you're seeing everything, man, nowadays, right? You go to these different food marketplaces, everything just expensive, man. Inflation is at an all-time high. Nothing is cheap no more. You could buy 5 different things in these food marketplaces. It's gonna cost at least $50, man. Shit's not cheap, man. Jay don't got that kind of money no more like that, like he once had before. Cause he got, pay taxes, pay bills. You gotta pay for everything, man. So Jake doesn't have it like he once had before, man. And everything's now expensive, man. So this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. It says, I don't know what's going on with this app, man. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? So a lot of shit finna go on, man. Great famine, death, wars. Just the time of evil, man. Which we approach in them days, man. All hell breaking loose. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, war, famine, and great confusion. For many of them shall dwell upon earth, shall perish of famine. So look, man, and that's one of the worst ways to go out, man. You being starving to death. Your mouth is dry, no water. Your tongue is dry. Your mouth is dry. You have 8 days. And you already know, man, especially, you Americans, man. Because it's really rare to find, people that can fast for 24 hours, man. That can go on a fast. It's really rare to find one. Because a lot of you Americans, man, you just be consuming, man. You just eat anything, man. Whether it's lawful or unlawful, man. You just eat anything at this point, man. You don't try to eat healthy. You know, you don't try to live a healthy lifestyle. You just be on kinds of junk food, man, and consuming it, man. So imagine, you know, when there's more food, you know, in the table, no more food in the refrigerator, no more food in the plate. And it's gonna be what's gonna be worse is, you know, for those that got children, man. That's gonna be the worst thing, man. You know, because all you're gonna be hearing is, "Daddy, I'm hungry." What you gonna do about it, man? What you gonna do about it? You know, "Daddy, I'm starving to death. Dad, I need food." What you gonna do that day, man? When there's more food on the table, man. No more food in the refrigerator, man. No more food in the plate, man. You know. And if you do got food, hey, man, it's not gonna be enough for everybody, man. What you gonna do in that day, man? You know, cause look, man, you best believe you're gonna see a lot of cannibalism, you know, going on, man. People eating their loved ones. This is what's gonna go on, man. This is the times we're coming into, man. You know, stuff that people have never done before. They're gonna be doing it, man. They're gonna be doing the unthinkable, man. You know, for example, if there's more water, if there's no place, you know, to get water, they probably gonna drink water from the dog bowl or from the toilet. This is shit that we're coming into, man. People gonna do shit that they have never done before, man. They find do the things that they never thought about doing before. They gonna be doing the unthinkable, man. You know, summary one more time. Verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So again, look, man. Mainly talking to you Americans, man, because y'all super unhealthy, man. You know, even, you know, when these different athletes around the country comes to America, they feel super unhealthy, man. Because I'm watching the, you know, the 2025, you know, Club World Cup. These athletes feel exhausted, man. And I can understand, you know, the weather, but I'm hearing these guys are having, you know, all kinds of problems, man, with their body, man, because the fucking food, man. Shit's fucking fouled, man. The food in America is killing you, man. You know. So just imagine, man, when it comes to Americans, man, when there's more food on the table, no more food on the plate, you know, no more water to drink, what you gonna do then? It's gonna get ugly for y'all, man. And these things will happen, man. There will be a great famine. Not just the famine, you know, the word, you know, of hearing the word, but also a great famine, man. No more food in the shelves, man. No more pineapples, no more watermelons, no more chicken, no more bread. None of these things, man, that Jake, you know, likes to consume, man. No more. No more eggs. You know, you can't get your protein. You can't get your carbs. You can't get none of these things, man. No more protein bars, Jake. So what you gonna do then, man? And when there's more food in the table, man. Cause look, man, we know at the end of the day, man, you see the men of the Lord, you know, we're putting our trust in the Lord, man, to protect us, man, these days, man, that we're coming into, man. The times that we're coming into, man. You know, we praying to the Lord, you know, that He's dealing with us, man. You know, because the Lord's elect, they're going to be eating, man, that day, man. The Lord's elect, they're going to be eating that day. And drinking. While you niggas out there, you're going to be doing all kinds of shit, man. And guess who's going to get it the worst, man? You out there. Because you know how Eve is, man. Always eating. You know, it's really rare to find a woman, you know, that fast, man. It's really rare to find one that can fast, that lives, you know, a healthy lifestyle. You know, because even women today just be all kinds of shit, man. You know, lobster, seafood, bacon, you know, all these things, man. Sugary cookies, crumble cookies, All these things, man. Chinese food. Hey, man. The times are coming to, man. You're gonna be eating those little quiches, man. The times are coming into, man. So this is the second Esdras. 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands," which the modern day sword today is a GUN. And with everything that you see go on social media, everybody by now got a GUN. Everybody. Verse 16. "For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and should not be able," talking about martial law. And what was it, 2-3 weeks ago? This dude Trump was talking about, we're gonna have military troops, all over in Los Angeles. And when he said, he's gonna be having military troops in Los Angeles, he ain't just talking about LA, man. He's talking about everywhere, man. Not just LA, man. It's gonna be everywhere, man. Something worldwide, man. You see, you people out there that thinks what the man Lord is saying, and you hear this, you take it like if it's all games, bullshit. Hey, man, you gonna get a rude awakening in that day, man. This is why we should not feel sorry for the 2/3, man. We shall not feel sorry for the 2/3, man, because they, whatever the Lord got in store for the 2/3, hey, man, let it be, man. Let it be. Don't feel sorry for none of these people, man. Because they always got shit to say, man, about the man Lord. And look what they're doing. Not a goddamn thing, man. Always run the damn mouth. And really, it's not us that y'all hate. It's really Yahushua that's in us that y'all hate, man. Because all we're doing is teaching the word, man, going into prophecy. And what does scripture say? One of my favorite scriptures, man. The testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. And we always go into prophecy, man. And you people hate that, man. You see, but when all hell break loose, when it's not going your way, when it's not going on your side, because look, right now, the average dude thinks, oh, everything's okay, nothing bad is happening. What these guys out there that is teaching the Bible, they don't know what they're talking about. So look, man, when it's not going your way, don't come join the bandwagon, man. You can go away, man. You can fuck off, man. Go join the other side, man. Because over here, you can't. Now on this side, man. You go to the other side. Now on this side. Because at the day, it's going to be too late, man. Eventually, the door is going to be closed, man. And yes, there is a day where too late is going to be too late, man. Which I, personally believe, that the elect has already been sealed, man. I personally believe, in my opinion, I believe that the elect has already been sealed, man. But continue on. It says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And you niggas out there, man, you YNs, you dudes that think you tough. Hey, man, you gonna be afraid that day, man. You gonna be scared, terrified, crying like a little girl, man. Because the times are coming into, man, it's gonna get real ugly out here, man. And here it is, people want to play games and use something that you're really not. You want to act hard, act tough. We're gonna see who's really tough, man, that day, man. Because that day, hey, man, whatever the Lord has in store for the 2/3, hey, man, let it be, man. Because that day, fuck the 2/3, man. When they had all that time, to repent, when the doors was open, were they rehearsing the righteous acts? Were they seeking the Lord? Were they turning back to the Lord? No. They was out here doing all kinds of bullshit, man. So today, fuck the 2/3, man. And like the Lord told Jeremiah, hey, man, don't pray for these people, man. Don't pray for them. You know, because they fucked them. You know, even, you know, these women out there too. You know, Micah 7:10. We can't wait, man. That day, Micah 7:10. We can't wait, man. We can't wait. Because today, they help with these women too, man. And guess what? When all hell break loose, hey, man, you women out there, you gonna get the most, man. You know, when there's more food on the table, you know, when there's a great famine, you know, when you can't call 911, what you gonna do that day, man? All that, I don't need a man, I'm too good for a man. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if that energy is still out there too. You know, all that shit talking, you know, you women out there be doing, talking shit about the men. You know, saying he ain't shit. We're gonna see the energy still there, man, on that day. So again, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So you're gonna be seeing people just doing all kinds of shit, man, just to survive. You know, looting each other, taking each other's shit. It's gonna be crazy out here, man. You know, Jake will crash out, man, if there's no more food, man. You know, cause they, man, you know, our people, man, you know, they just like eating too damn much, man. You know, they don't exercise, they don't go on a fast, they don't try to live a healthy lifestyle. You know, our people just like eating too damn much, man. And hey, man, you know, soon, you know, it's gonna be 4th of July, man. And you ever know, man, how our people is trying to turn up, you know, doing BBQ, you know, cooking burgers, fries, hot dogs, you know, making salad, mashed potatoes, drinking a lot of soda, eating good, you know, cakes, cupcakes, cookies. So you already know how our people, man, they finna turn up, man. But look, man, you know, there's gonna come a point in time where, look, man, you're not gonna be able to eat like you once did before, man. You know, cause look, man, there's gonna be a great famine. You know, and what you gonna do, man? You know, when there's more food on the table, and more food in the refrigerator, no more food in the plate, what you gonna do then, man? You know, especially those that got children. You know, they gonna get the worst, man. You know, because they're gonna do a lot of things, man, just so their children can eat. You know, so these are times that we're coming into, man. And here it is, man. You know, our people, they're gonna take the C hit, man. They're gonna take it, man, just so they could eat, man. You know, and you might be in a situation where, you know, here it is, you got a woman and you got children. She's probably like, honey, if you don't take it, our children cannot eat. Look, man, if you take it, man, then you will be destroyed, man, if you take it. You see, at the end of the day, we put our trust in the Lord, man. You know, to protect us, man, in the times that we're coming into, man. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, we know, you know, at the end of the day, according to the scriptures, look, man, the elect, they're going to be eating that day, man. Eating and drinking. You know, so look, man, a lot of these dudes, man, they're going to fold, man. You know, they're going to take it, man. They're going to take it because their women told them to take it, just so that their children can eat. And look, man, by you taking it, man, you will be destroyed, man. So what you gonna do, man? When there's no more food, you know, on a plate, no more food in the table, no more food in the refrigerator, what you gonna do that day, man? You know, cause look, man, a lot of you dudes, man, you're gonna fold, man. You're gonna fold and take the C hit, man. And by you taking it, man, you will be destroyed, man. So, you know, with that, you know, the point has been made. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Al Shai by Hashem Kapodash, the bonds apostles, and the elders come stone for giving us this from Sin Truth and Shalom.